Hi gardening friends, thank you for stopping by to my channel today. So I thought we would do a quick little garden related video today since it's such a nice day and I finally got some time to work out in my garden. So what I'm going to be doing is a lot of cleanup, cutting back some of the dead foliage on plants and cleaning up the old foliage around the lilies and different things. Also, if you guys remember this plant right here that is beginning to come up, that is the white neck loosestrife. So a lot of you probably know what this plant is, but it is very invasive and it runs on tubers and roots and stuff like under the ground. So that will be dug up. I've already started digging a lot of it up last year, but you can see how aggressive it is, and it will completely take over your garden. So if you ever get this plant, be careful where you plant it. So that is one of my top perennials to get out of the garden this year. And I started that. You guys may have seen it on an older video last summer. There was 3 different perennials. I can't remember the other 2. But definitely the loosestrife has got to go. So that is another project I'm working on today. Also on the sedum, and I'm trying to keep my shadow out of here. I'm cutting back the old stalks. And I love the sedum. I'm sure a lot of you probably have it. It's pretty common. But I love how the new growth comes back real nice and neat. Almost like a pom-pom shape, or anyway, even without the blooms on it in the spring and early summer, it's got a nice foliage. Succulent-like foliage. And then of course in late summer it starts to get those rusty pink flower stalks. So anyway, that is another project I'm working on, as well as, like I said, getting the old foliage off of my lilies. I will be taking the hedge trimmers to the miscanthus grass here, and I'm going to completely cut it down to the ground. Let's see, what else am I working on here? Oh, this, I do believe this is called privet hedge, and I had a lot of this over there in the big, I called it a wall of, it was trees, vines, you name it, it was there. Those of you that have been following me for a little while know that this was a big project this past summer, was getting this cleaned out in between the houses. If you're new, check that out on a later video, but basically we had a wall of trees and brush, and it was just a big eyesore to me. So that got cleaned up last year. I am going to get somebody out here to pull up the stumps and the roots, because like I said, I want to make that a nice flower bed island in between our houses here, my neighbor's house. So that's a project this summer. But back to the task at hand. I do believe, no, this one is not privet hedge, but let me show you what privet hedge is. Well, this here is privet hedge, and it seeds like you would not believe. I've got shoots all over the garden here, and it is just a ongoing battle with this. I do not like privet hedge. So another thing I'm going to be doing is cutting back the asters here, cleaning all the, like I said, the old debris from last season. I think we are kind of in the safe zone now, I hope, as far as freezing and thawing goes. That's why I don't cut things back in the fall, because I like to have a layer of something, whether it be dead foliage or whatever, to protect the plants from the winter freezing and thawing. A lot of y'all already know that, but that's what I'm going to be doing. Got a nice patch of irises coming back. I love this time of year when you start seeing things come back. So that I am showing you all the good, the bad, the ugly. Of course, we have a lot of hoes. We have 2 beagles, and boy do they like to tear stuff up. So I'm showing y'all the really bad ugly now. You might remember this plastic I had laid real nicely through here last fall. I didn't get around to mulching it. That probably would have helped, but the dogs have got in here and tore it up quite a bit, as well as the wind kind of blew it around. So anyway, that is the very ugly. Some nice daffodils here. Happy spring, everybody. We finally made it through the winter. So like this, dead foliage around the lamb's ear. I'll be cleaning this up a little bit. Definitely want to get that out of there, because once it starts heating up, that's when you start getting that, it's when it starts getting like moldy and, not moldy, what am I trying to say? Wilty, I guess. It'll start looking like this, brown, if you don't get all of that, dead foliage out of there and clean it up. That way it can dry out nicely. So anyway, I'm going to be doing that as well. Let's see. Also another project, and this is going to be the main project today, probably, is getting this main garden island bed here in order. So another thing I'm going to be doing is redefining the shape of this bed. So I'm going to be cleaning up the edge of it and finding the shape again. Of course, I'll have a juga coming up surrounding, despite the weeds, but the juga will be coming up again. In here, hopefully it'll choke out more of the weeds this year. Really bright out today. I hope this video is coming out good. It's hard to see on this screen. Barberry leafing out there. And then this is the future site of my raised vegetable beds that I'm going to order. So just ignore that bed and those blocks there. But I'm going to get the L-shaped galvanized raised beds. And I'm going to do like an L here, an L on this side, and probably match it on down. And then if I have, can afford it, I might put a couple things in the middle. But that's where the permanent vegetable raised beds will be, is in this section over here. So those shrubs and that yellow rose there will probably come out of there. So anyway, that's what's going on over here. Lots of work to do. Lots of holes to fill this year, thanks to the beagles. This is Emmy Lou and Merle. You guys may have met them when they were little babies. Well, they're grown now. They are enjoying the weather. Again, the ugly, we've got another debris and junk pile started again back here. It's crazy with all these maples, we get a lot of limbs and stuff. So this spring, I'll be getting another dumpster. And that's how we get rid of it. So lots and lots of ugly going on right now in the garden. But we are gonna get her cleaned up a little bit today. David Austin roses, climbing roses, are leafing out. I will probably look back on my garden notes and see how you are supposed to prune these climbing roses. They are the peachy coral color roses from David Austin. And then this ongoing area here, it's going to be a flower bed and a sitting area in the middle, and then I plan on getting picket fence. I hope that gets done this year. I know I said that last year, but we had so much going on and so much to other things we had to take care of. So yeah, a little sitting area. I have a fountain that's going to go back when it gets closer to time. That will sit in that corner. Right now we have tulips coming up and crocuses in there and lots of weeds. Alright, so I'm gonna end this video here because I've got to get busy. So you guys have a wonderful day in your garden. Happy spring, and you guys take care. Thank you for stopping by. If you haven't subscribed already, if you're new, please subscribe. It's free. And if you like garden related content as well as Halloween content and primitive hauls and antique hauls, please subscribe. So we got a lot of videos coming your way, including a huge primitive haul. So anyway, you guys have a great day. Bye, friends.